Welcome to Gamesthetic episode 227. I'm Alex Light with Sparky3. This is a very unprofessional setup and a very unprofessional channel. But I've got the boys here with me to also be unprofessional with me. Zach, how are you?
You didn't say we were being unprofessional. I need to leave.
Every show is unprofessional.
No, we have at least some structure.
Sometimes.
I can't wait for him to get over this part of it.
Oh, brother, I'm petty. It's going to be a little bit. But, boys, how we doing today? I missed you guys last week. Yeah, sorry for last week, by the way, for listeners. You know, but boys, how are you guys?
Why sorry? They got to watch John and me rizz up household
objects.
objects.
That's true. And if you guys haven't watched that, definitely go watch it,
That was
please.
a strange 3 hours.
That was a weird. I got scared at one point when I found Ben Wall. I was like, John, help!
There was one or two times where like he started talking an object. I'm like, he's like, help me. I'm like, nope, this one's on you.
Yeah, no, I caught that a few times where you're like, John, where he's like, John, I don't know what to do. It's like, this one's you, dude. All you, man. How you handle it, brother.
Don't worry, John. John had the vent person. I was like, yeah, if I'm not touching this one.
Yeah, no, shout out to the guys for holding it down and streaming data, everything last week. If you guys want to actually go watch the replay, I've got it over in a playlist. Gamesthetic actually plays games because we always just talk about it. We never do it. So they did it. Shout out to the boys. I think I also have our Demonologist video in there, so that's also kind of neat as well. Just add to that throwback. But yeah, no, for today's episode, up front, no idea what we're going to talk about. It's going to be one of those weeks. You know, we come back after a break, and it's going to be one of those weeks of, yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see a whole lot of gaming news that pertained to
Nah,
me.
Yeah, no, not a lot of news, you know.
I got something I've been kicking. A topic that we could toss around a little bit.
Okay.
I've been thinking about it recently.
Okay, cool. I've got at least one question I can ask you guys for one of the videos that I recorded that's not up yet because that dude, the video I post on Monday or whatever, it's been doing its thing. So I just like, you keep cooking, brother. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna back pocket these other ones like Nintendo back pockets completed games. But this is also like basically a 500 subscriber hangout special kinda in a way. So that's cool. In fact, let me go ahead and just turn down the music and kind of get into that. You know, yeah, hit 500 subscribers just recently here for the main channel, youtube.com/@sparky3. Just huge thank you for everyone who has subscribed recently over these last couple months, especially. Content has done phenomenal for us. Like, you know, constant view counts, a lot of interactions, a lot of really fun conversations, even a lot of fun like disagreements that I've had with people where it's been like a really friendly disagreement between he and I. Like a lot of great interaction between people. I really appreciate everyone subscribing. It's been a journey, that's for sure. Because this year has marked 5 years we've been doing content, you know. And I know in a lot of people's cases, it's like, oh man, 5 years and you're only at that number, just give up. It's like, well, no, because you know, it's 100% possible to catch lightning in a bottle. You know, obviously there's a lot of people to do, but there's also a lot of people that just go through the slow burn. And ours has definitely been a slow burn, whether if it was self-inflicted because of me and just things going on in my life that made it where I impacted the show in a negative way or whatever the case was. But I definitely would not trade the journey that we've taken so far to get to the 500 and the learning lessons and just because I feel like if I had the choice between get lightning in a bottle and the journey we've taken, and I took lightning in a bottle, it's like you get that lightning in a bottle, and it's like, what are you going to really learn? You know what I mean?
Well, the other thing is, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's taken a long time to get 500 subscribers, but at the same time, it's fun.
Yeah, I mean that's it. I mean that's the big thing is it's fun. We get to hang out and
it's
talk.
like
100 subscribers per year.
Hey, that's something,
Yeah.
right? And you know the trend just keeps going up. You know that's the big thing. The numbers just keep going up, and you know, for anyone that just strictly watches YouTube videos and they don't do any sort of content creation, to put in perspective of why this is a really cool moment for us is that hitting 500 subscribers means we're one step closer to trying to access the YouTube partner program. All we need now is the last stretch of watch hours, which we are almost there. The watch hours is quite literally on the doorstep as well. There's a 2-step process for YouTube partner where it's like step 1 is like 500 and 3,000 watch hours plus a certain amount of videos, and step 2 is like 1,000 and I think 4,000 I think is what it is, 1,000 subs, 4,000 views. So it's just cool, you know, it really is. I mean, just this week, you know, one thing I don't really talk about on the show is that obviously we shout out Rogue Energy, we shout out merch, but like, you know, we don't have partnerships and sponsors and stuff. The wildest thing in the world to me is that like over the last year, I've been hit up by so many like possible sponsors. It's unreal. Like, and I've
But then a lot of them require us to have like 500 subscribers or something like that.
some of them, yes.
Okay.
There were some that was like willing to still try to work with us, and I just declined it because like I didn't think they would get the outcome they wanted, and I wanted to be fair and respectful. In fact, guys, put in perspective. So the one sponsor that's hit us up at least twice, they hit me up a third time this year. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they've hit us up a third time this year. I just got hit up this week for one, so like that's very humbling. That's very flattering. And, you know, again, us hitting this 500 subscriber mark is also very humbling and flattering. And you know, just appreciate everyone that's been watching the content recently and commenting and liking, even disliking, whatever. I don't care. Dislike it if you don't like it. It's all good to me. Yeah, I just appreciate you for reacting. It's kind of like a WWE mindset. You know, it's like, thank you for reacting. You know, that's the thing, good or bad. Thank you for reacting. So, but yeah, like John said too, it's fun. That's the big thing. You know,
The other thing, it's like, it's a good excuse for few hours a week to come hang out and talk.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, it's just, and that's been the mentality over here at this show. It's just hanging out and having fun and just just having a good time as friends. We've known each other for us three as a collective. We've known each other for a very long time, so it's nice to just be able to chat and play games and stuff. And just again, see the work that we've put in just on the show, as well as like in the editing room and stuff, kind of just pay off. Because it's even like 2 weeks ago when we were live for 226, like that. I said after the show when we were done, that was like the highest average view count we've ever had for a live, over on the YouTube.
Yeah.
Which that's cool. Shout out. I mean, like again, it just feels cool and it feels nice to see like all that work just kind of pay off because it has been a journey.
And it's nice because now they get to see us in this bright light versus our old setup. It was a dark, dank cave.
Yeah, it really was. Well, which was my fault because of how I painted the house. Them gray walls made the lighting quality horrible.
The only bonus about that one was John got to hang out on a couch all episode.
That's true. Yeah. It's been quite the journey, boys. The multiple studio iterations we've been through.
As it turns out, though, whatever studio we end up in, I end up on a blank wall behind me.
I still got to put decorations up. I won't lie.
I'm always in the corner.
No, I've been meaning to get like some Hawaii themed canvases and put back there because of your shirts that you always have. So this was actually your dad's idea.
Why are you taking my father's ideas?
Yeah, that was actually your dad's
Why is my
idea.
father finding you and just starting spitballing stuff to you?
Hey,
I bump into him all the time.
Hey, at least somebody's giving him ideas for it.
Damn.
Yeah, I bump into your dad all the time, and he's just like, you need to put something behind John. I'm like, dude, I was like, man, I know. I'm thinking about that all the time. He's like, just throw up like some like Hawaii themed like canvas posters or like whatever because of the shirts that he wears. I'm like, that's a good idea. I'm gonna do that.
If my father's offering, he better be offering like some Hawaii 5-0 or Elvis Presley stuff.
Right? Shout out to Zach's dad. What a legend. Oh God. But no, with all the thanks out of the way, again, I don't know what we're going to talk about today. We've got a bunch of stuff like in the weekly wrap up. We don't actually have any key topics. It was just one of those like, let's just come in and chat kind of thing. We'll make sure to shout out the merch store later on in the show, as well as some Rogue Energy. And join the Discord if you want to support us further. The Patreon's a great way to do so. But definitely don't feel obligated to subscribe to the channel. Is definitely helpful, and we appreciate that. So, boys, what have you guys been up to?
Fellas, I might have an addiction.
Uh-oh. Well, that could be one of a lot of things for you.
So today, why is it only one of many things?
Continue.
I spent $100 on Lorcana cards.
On what?
Lorcana.
Oh, okay. That's the Disney game.
Yeah,
right?
that's the Disney trading card game.
Okay, all right. Why?
I don't know. I saw the Fabled set, which is the new set that's coming out at the end of this month, and it has Goofy Movie and Dumbo appearing for the first time in sets.
Shout out to the Goofy Movie.
And I was just like, I can collect something again. So I just started picking up Lorcana cards.
So that's the rabbit hole you're diving down for collecting.
Honestly, it's not a bad one. Out of all the card games currently out there, it's not a bad one.
It's probably one of the better ones to kind of try to get into right now.
Yes, because of how their rotation works. It's their meta rotation for like competitive and whatnot is slightly different from everyone else's. So pretty much everything besides the release set called First Chapter is still, there's cards in pretty much all the other sets that are still able to be used in decks. And because of that, pretty much all the sets besides First Chapter are still purchasable, plus all the starting decks. The First Chapter is the only one that's going to be a pain to get a hold of. But with the Fabled set, it's the first set that's going to actually have reprints. So First Chapter cards are going to come back, as well as there's just also going to be reprints within this Fabled. So, I mean, if you just want a copy of the card and not necessarily from the first set, you can now get copies of these reprints.
Oh, okay. So, well, that's interesting. Did you also pick up any Alestrals? Because I know you sent me that.
No, that's yours.
Okay, well, that is mine, yeah. Well, I didn't know if you were going to pick them up and we were going to try to play.
You've had that Kickstarter thing for what, 4 years, 5?
It hasn't been that long, okay? It's been like maybe a year and a half.
It's been longer than that.
Maybe 2. Maybe 2. Yeah, no, he went to a local game store for us and sent me a picture that they got Alestrals in the store. I'm just like, oh,
that's the only place I've ever seen Alestrals, by the way, too.
Yeah, exactly. I was shocked to see it like local in our area. Yeah, no, dude, the Kickstarter stuff for Alestrals still boxed, still sealed, and it's at this point, it's just like, I mean, like, look, if we want to try to play at some point, I'll bust some bad boys open. But yeah, I got 2 first edition Kickstarter boxes, booster boxes sealed. Every starter deck still sealed. Bunch of blister packs sealed. So they're all just wrapped up in a box up in my closet. So shout out to that. Shout out to Lestrals. Shout out to Locana.
I don't know nothing about card games anymore.
Yeah. Lestrals has got their Steam game now though. So
What is a Steam game?
Yes, Lestrals Clash. Apparently, issues, which is fair, new startup kind of game thing. There's definitely been issues that people have been highlighting. But, I mean, my mindset is like, this is one of those projects that, as someone that's been following A-Drive for a while, like this is something like no matter what, he's going to get it right. You know what I mean? It's one of those kind of situations where it's like, he's going to get it right one way or the other. Because it's like everything he's done with the Lestral so far, he's doing everything to make it right. Like I know one thing he actually, I saw him just tweeted out like yesterday that that the first official batch of U.S. made Celestial cards has officially been done, and it's because that obviously he's talked about it at length how bad the tariffs have like impacted.
I'm not surprised.
Oh yeah, no, it's been brutal apparently about how bad it's impacted him. He's just been apparently I think he said he was just eating all the costs himself.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, actually got a U.S. Manufacturer to get get an agreement and a contract going. So yeah, he'll make it right. He'll make it right. Apparently the game is fine, but there's just some bugs here or there. Like apparently you can get possibly soft locked in the tutorial and stuff like that. But they'll make it right. I believe in them. Did you ever get into collecting One Piece cards? 'Cause I know you kind of toyed with it when it was originally announced.
I mean, I have an entirety of one set.
Okay.
I sort of fell off and because I'm mostly there for just collecting rather than playing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could. It's just going to be a costly adventure.
Yeah, we got a few decks in the house. We've got the red deck, and we've got the smoker deck naturally, and I think we got one more deck. I don't remember who.
When you say red deck, do you mean the initial
movie? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The actual movie. Okay.
Yeah. That we've got actually. I think we have 2 of the red decks. We've got 2 of them. So I think that's all we have, and we might have one other major captain character, but I can't remember who. It'd be somewhere in her office, but yeah, no. Shout out to card collecting. It can be a very, very dangerous road to go down.
Not really.
It can be.
No.
It depends on which one. See,
it depends on how early you get into it.
See, you've entered the right one, but it depends on which one. Pokemon's a little wild.
Oh yeah, Pokemon, you're screwed.
Yeah, Pokemon's a little wild, brother. A little wild, brother. But anyway, what have you guys all been up to this week besides card collecting? You guys been up to anything? I haven't been up to nothing, dude. I've been busy as heck this week.
Fragpunk.
Just played a lot of RuneScape.
A lot of RuneScape. Either of you guys checked out Battlefield Open Beta?
Nope.
Downloaded it like a week ago.
Yeah.
Never launched it.
I mean, for this open beta weekend, they have a community challenge of cause $1 trillion worth of damage to unlock a community skin.
Oh, really?
For release.
Nice.
I mean, it's doing far better than 2041 did.
Yeah, no, I saw the kind of player counts that it was getting, plus just I think pre-orders as well was also just kind of going through the roof on it too.
Yep. So they got their multiplayer formula back for the most part, from what it seems, because I mean, this was doing far better than 2041 or 2042.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw some people say that COD should worry about Battlefield. I'm just
Again?
well, I guess we'll see when they both launch if that is accurate or not.
It's like I think they sent them, or they I think they sent out like kind of one of those petty messages where they're the Battlefield 6 open beta had a higher player count than the last Call of Duty had ever.
Damn.
And they
That's
highlighted that.
Drop. That's a mic drop. I think I also saw something from like the leads of like Activision or like.
I would have probably retorted with having the concurrent players higher than 2042. See if that was a thing.
Right.
Oh, that would have been a competition, Zach.
I think part of it also is like I saw somewhere where I don't know if it was like the lead devs or like the heads of like Activision or something or whatever it was said they weren't worried about Battlefield, which I can understand to a point what they're referring to, because like it's Call of Duty, it's kind of too big to fail, but at the same time it's like, man, you guys are just adding fuel to that fire right now.
I mean, most of the people I know who play Call of Duty say that Warzone and proximity chat's carrying it.
Yeah.
Well, that's. I mean, we've kind of talked about it before. It's like Call of Duty at this point, like they're yearly or bi-yearly, however they do their releases these days. All it is, it's a funnel to Warzone
Yeah, it is.
because it's like you buy the new game to unlock stuff for Warzone because you have to unlock some of the stuff you have to play the actual new release in the game.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so it's like you can unlock certain like new weapons and stuff when they release in Warzone. You unlock some of that stuff, I think, by playing the new, like, whatever the newest game is.
Gotcha.
So
I didn't even know it was to that extreme of an extent.
Well, it's one where it's like, because Warzone is a lot of times like when you buy the game, like Warzone has its own launcher, but it's all tied in with the games themselves.
Yeah, I knew Warzone was connected to all the Call of Duties. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I think they tie some of the stuff together. So it's like you might be able to eventually get it in Warzone, but you can unlock it quicker by playing the game.
Gotcha.
I did not know it was that. I didn't know it was that deep. You know, like obviously, any new release Call of Duty is going to funnel back to like the free to play. Like, you know, that's obvious. I didn't know it was that aggressive. That's news to me.
It's like because they want people to buy the new game, but the most of their player base is Warzone.
Yeah,
In which Warzone's the only free to play thing.
mm-hmm.
And it's like if you play Warzone, you probably are going to play the new Call of Duty game anyway.
Right. Yeah, that's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
maybe.
Yeah, I guess it just depends.
Because
Yeah.
it would just look back to like, I know a lot of people used to buy the new Call of Duty just to play the multiplayer. They wouldn't even bother with the campaign.
True.
Well, I mean that's the thing. It's like I mean, it's also the thing of like a lot of the Warzone players. It's one of them things where Warzone is kind of the big FPS that's out there. So
Yeah.
when a new iteration of something comes out, you want to play the new version of it.
Right. Which also, I guess we'll really get to see that because this Call of Duty is going to be coming to Game Pass, you know, for that new highest tier.
yeah.
So, I mean, I guess we'll really get to see, you know, how many people are going to funnel over there. I imagine its launch day is going to be insane because it's like, oh, it's Game Pass. Let's go download it, check it out. Now, if it's going to keep the player count, obviously, we'll see. But I can only imagine that launch day for Black Ops 7 is going to be crazy in terms of counts on Xbox, bro. Or NPC as well. Because it's like if you got the highest tier Game Pass and you play FPS, it's like, why not? I'll go play it. It's free. I got Game Pass, you know. Are you gonna take that mentality? Are you gonna check out some Black Ops 7? You gonna get in your random Call of Duty mood?
Nope.
Probably not.
Not this year. Okay.
I mean, there's too many things coming up that I've been looking forward to for all year.
Yeah, you got the first coming out soon, right? Trails in the Sky. You got that
Yeah, it's like
soon.
mid September.
Yeah, that one's coming out soon. Of course, got Digimon coming out. So
Yeah, no, it's like September is kind of the start of it for me, and then it's like every week or every other week there's something coming out.
Are either of you guys gonna get Lost Soul Aside here in a couple weeks?
Do what and what now?
Lost Soul Aside?
I don't remember what that is.
No, I guess that's gonna probably be a no then.
I'm probably it's one that like I was interested in getting it, but I'm probably gonna wait for it to come out and see the reception of it before I commit to buying it.
That's
Which
fair.
one was this?
The one where it's got like the weird blade looking thing that's following around the dude, and he can like run in a corkscrew thing, whatever.
Is this the one inspired by like Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one that's been in development for a long time.
It started out as a AA game and then became AAA when Sony got involved.
I got nothing.
Okay, well, I'll pull it up then. Do you remember Tides of Annihilation?
Vaguely.
It was in the same state of play as that.
Okay, it's the trailer I missed then.
Lost Soul Aside. It looks really cool. Like it does look really sick. That game. Nothing.
No, nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. Well, it looks cool. And the journey for it is like John was starting to mention is really interesting because like it was like a low budget AA game. Sony was just like, this is pretty cool. Here's money, and then it became AAA. So
yeah, I mean it's one that looked interesting, but I'm probably gonna wait for the release of it, check it out for a couple days, see how it's actually received, because it's one that like the trailers made it look cool, but
yeah.
I don't trust trailers as much
That's fair.
these days.
That's fair. That's fair. Have you guys also seen like the reception for the new Mafia and stuff?
I haven't kept up with it. I know.
It-
I knew the week it came out, it was doing okay.
Yeah.
It's been very well received.
Yeah.
Uh,
I was about to say I haven't seen
With the-
anything terribly bad about it.
Yeah.
the only thing I've kind of heard on it is like if you're just playing through like chapters of it, it's very it's very much like you have to go it's basically if you're just playing through the chapters, it's like playing mission based. You go from
Mm-hmm.
story beat to story beat, and I think you have to like select to be able to actually explore to get to where you can free roam around.
Yeah.
Because if you're just going through it, you have to follow the path that's going to laid out, and if you stray too far for it, it would cancel the mission. You'd have to start over.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because they talked about that going in, where it's like the plan was to make it a very linear story.
So I mean, more in the style like the original Mafia, because the original Mafia was very linear as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very much, from what I've heard, it's very much try to take it back to the roots.
Yep.
Which is the whole concept, I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean the reception for it's been fine. I thought this was so funny. I saw Spawn Wave tweet about it where he's like, just finished Mafia the Old Country and just booted up Mafia 2 Definitive Edition. You know, Mafia the Old Country is just another great example of how, you know, just Mafia is one of the best 7 out of 10 franchises in gaming. And I'm just like, okay, so yeah, it just kind of hits the bar it needs to hit. You got just a fun franchise, you know, because like we talk about here on the show, ain't nothing wrong with a 7 out of 10. I mean,
I'll bring it up again. One of my favorite games I played last year. I think I described it as the most 7 out of 10 game to come
True.
out, and that was Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
true.
The game did nothing special, but goddamn, did I enjoy it?
Yeah. Which I guess speaking of, that's something I can, you know, segue into that to one of the things from the weekly wrap up real quick. The Mark Darrah interview that he did with Matty Pat Plays. He talked about a lot of different things with Dragon Age and BioWare and everything. He's a former BioWare producer. You know, he just spoke on a lot of different things. Like one thing that he said about the Veilguard, which we've talked about, especially after the whole like full article live service thing, you know, where he said the Veilguard was basically 4 games stitched together and should have been canceled in like probably 2019 or 2017.
Yeah, they completely restarted on it.
Yeah.
At least 3 times.
Yeah, no, like 4 different games stitched together. That's a wild. That's a wild statement, but bruh, once you play it and you kind of look around and kind of view the scenery, you're like, huh?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I can see that. Like what you've talked about is the systems.
Well, it's like the item system in particular is a mobile game system,
Yeah.
and then it's like exploring the world throughout it. I mean, it's laid out like a live service open zone
Yeah.
game would be laid out,
Yeah,
where it's like walking around, you're like, yeah, this is definitely a public event area right here.
right.
But yeah, it's
Even the menus. You talked about the menus too.
I mean, the whole thing. You could like, if you just go into it and you're playing it and have no idea about it, you'd be like, this just seems a bit weird.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's like if you've played a bunch of different types like mobile games or like live service games, and then you get into it and you're like, yeah, this was supposed to be a loot box system here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like half of the exploration was built on like a live service, run around this area and do stuff with other people.
I mean, it's very obvious, even if from like the tower, because there's way too much space in that tower for just you and your crew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
It was very much supposed to be
very
a-
obvious.
a hub
yeah,
area.
it's supposed to be a hub area with mission select.
Yeah. Yeah, no, is it the lighthouse is what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. The lighthouse was massive for the amount of people that were there.
What,
Like even when you get your full cast of characters, there's still so much space.
Yeah, like
I
it's
mean,
not like the biggest hub in the world, right? But it's big for the amount of people that's there.
even down to like the smallest aspect of the fact that like your character's room, if you go into it, there's like some of the collectible items that you pick up throughout,
Yeah.
you can decorate your room with. It was like, oh, this was supposed to be like a housing area that you could show off to people.
Yep.
Look at the things I've killed, guys.
Yeah, exactly. No, once you start to hear like from the Bloomberg article and plus what he was saying in this interview, it's pretty clear. You know.
Then you get to the end part and you get to the first person RPG.
Yeah.
It's like, what happened? We're telling a whole new story, guys.
Yeah.
Well, you're not telling a whole new story. You're just
It feels
you're
like
finally telling it good.
Yeah.
Everything up to there is just
it's like
very
it's like you play the entire game in like chibi form, and in that last ending part, you're suddenly all JoJo styles.
yeah. I played that game for 65 hours, and about 63 of those hours, tone didn't match the end of that game.
Yeah. No, look, that's one of those games that it's not a bad gaming experience. It's just an interesting one. It's one of those like, hey, if you can like, I think it just recently came to Game Pass. No, it came to PlayStation Plus. I think is what it came to. Yeah, it came to PlayStation Plus. So it's like if you got PlayStation Plus, check it out.
Just don't pay attention to the writing or dialogue.
Yeah,
and you'll be fine.
if you can get it super cheap, it's worth playing. Especially if you've never played a Dragon Age, go into it and just call it. Oh, this game is just simply called the Veilguard. Play it like that, and then go play all the other Dragon Ages.
The thing is, if you've never played a Dragon Age game, you don't have a reference to point to. That's how I played it.
Yeah.
I was about to say, and if you play the Veilguard and decide you want to go play the other Dragon Age games, that's another entire box you're opening up there.
Yeah, it really is. It really is.
Because the fan base of Dragon Age is everyone's in agreement. First one's great. Anything after that is up in the air.
Yeah,
it's always a fight.
It's depending on who you ask.
Yes.
Yeah. Which that's something else he talked about was, apparently they were hard trying to pitch to get Dragon Age remasters, whether if it was strictly just doing like a remake of the first one or a remaster of the 3. And they even had a bundle name for it. They were going to call it the Champions Trilogy, but just kept getting shot down. And like this guy was like, dude, my mind said the only chance of survival this property has is you got to do a remaster of the OGs and get interest back in the property.
Yeah.
At least do the first one to get interest back in the property. But he's just like, I don't think BioWare's got the time or the care of time to put it towards Dragon Age at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's one where, I'd be interested in playing the earlier games.
Yeah.
But I look at them, I'm like, that looks like it'd be rough to go back to. But it's one where it's like, Veilguard wasn't the best game ever made. They made another one, I'd play it.
Right. Let's see. He also talked about how Anthem was apparently born out of a slight identity crisis. Apparently, Anthem was pitched by Casey Hudson, and it was pitched by the Mass Effect team because they wanted to do something different.
Oh.
And they wanted to jump into the live service mentality where it was going to be a strong narrative-focused game that was going to be a live service. And, well, we saw what happened.
Anthem as an idea is a fantastic idea.
Correct.
Every implementation of that game was tragic.
Correct. Very correct. He not in the interview, but in I think it was a YouTube comment, he also talked about Andromeda's Quarian Arc DLC because someone commented, it's like, I think they commented when the team canceled the Quarian Arc DLC, that told me that there was no chance they would ever actually fix Anthem. Like I gave up at that point, or it was like vice versa, or whatever it was. And he personally responded to that comment where it's just like apparently the team that was working on the Quarian Arc DLC, there was strong pressure outside BioWare to shut that team down in Montreal. So that's why the Quarian Arc DLC got canceled and they
became a comic.
And yeah, it became a comic and it became a novel. So after that, I guess. And then the last thing I just added in is that he apparently thinks this year the game industry is shakier than ever, which 1000% agree. With live service games being a big part of the reason, and he does think that apparently GTA 6 could be the game that will shift a change in the industry, which I could see that too. It just depends. I can see that. GTA 6 is going to do ungodly high numbers. And
one other thing I saw this week related to Dragon Age, I don't know if you have it in there. I didn't read whatever you put in there. Was I saw an article that was Dragon Age Origins. supposed to be a standalone game. It wasn't supposed to be a series.
I did not
Yeah.
see that one.
It was supposed to be a standalone game.
It was supposed to
Yep.
be its own thing.
Hmm.
And I guess it was just it got popular enough to where they're like, yes, let's make another one.
Yeah.
I did not see that, but in terms of let's make another one thing that I did see from someone who was commenting from the interview is that basically, I guess with the second, the third, and as well as the fourth, Dragon Age never had a consistent like way to go forward.
Oh no.
It was always like BioWare took Dragon Age as the guinea pig of let's try to fit a current trend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's also kind of like wild and interesting that it's just like BioWare and like EA never fully utilized the potential of the Dragon Age name and property because like 2, 3, and 4 were all like certain types of gaming trends that were going on at whatever
Yeah.
time. So
Because I mean, literally, the first game and pretty much every ending you do, it finishes the story. Like it's
there's like no
it,
open.
It has an end. It's like, all right, after that, your character's either gone or is done, whatever, and then it carries on. And then like the couple DLCs it has gives finishes for the couple loose ends for some of the choices. Like if you choose to have Helm Morgana with a child, and that gets the power of the, I forget what the enemy, the big bad at the end of Dragon Age is. It's been so long. You literally go and track down Morgana and your child to see like where'd they go,
Right.
things like that. And like 2 was very just because it's just like, oh, you're a family that's escaping this one city we never saw in Origins, but knew got absolutely demolished. And then it sends you to Kirkwall, and then you're just the hero of Kirkwall. And like the whole basis for leading the third in is Varric's been in prison telling your story because you as the hero of Kirkwall is not involved in any point in this. Just Varric's telling your story to this. I think she's a No, she's not a Templar. She's the like really mean lady in 3. I forget her name.
Yeah, the one that you meet at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And can romance the human.
Yeah, I can't remember her name, but yeah, I know who you're talking about. She
Yeah.
is very mean.
She more or less in the entirety of 2 is she has Varric in a room telling this tale of the hero of Kirkwall. And which I maybe even say the names. God, it's been forever since I played Dragon Age. And then it just ends with him finishing his tale and her walking out and just seeing the storm sort of vague thing that's supposed to reference the big plague or whatnot that's happening in 3. And then you have 3, and then they like insert people from 1 and 2 here and there. It's like, hey, we're all here.
Yeah. Big gathering. Oh God, man. The Dragon Age property is just, it's so unfortunate what's happened to it, you know, of just like where you had like this one great entry, standalone entry, and then it's just like, yeah, let's just meet whatever kind of trends.
1 was well received, 2 was bashed very hard, 3 was a pretty good mid ground. It was initially bashed, but as people came around, as it went on, like, oh, this is better than we remember.
Yeah, and then you have Veilguard, which time will tell how that one holds up. But
I will say Inquisition is one of those ones where like when it came out, I don't remember people being very fond of it.
Nope.
But it's one of those games where it's like over time, as people go back to it, I think people enjoy it more now.
Yes.
yeah,
It's one where it's like at the time people weren't happy with it because I think it's not what they wanted.
No,
But then
it wasn't.
they go back to it after a little while and they're like, actually,
wait a minute.
this is pretty good.
I was about to say, yeah, Veilguard is not Veilguard. Inquisition is very much better well received now than it did when it came out.
Yeah, which is, you know, the opposite of BioShock Infinite, you know, whereas super well received when it came out, and now people look back on it like, I'm not so sure about this
I
one.
don't know. I still enjoy Infinite.
Which also shout out to the new BioShock, because the Take-Two CEO said, without a doubt, it is releasing. And I'm just like, well, you know, all right.
Even if people don't want to hate on BioShock Infinite, they just go play Burial at Sea. It's a 2-part DLC. It's separate from the majority of Infinite. It's well put together. It makes Infinite look so much better.
Right. So I don't know. But I thought that that interview was really interesting. I will say there were some even more interesting elements to the interview of where it's like you could tell there was a lot of approved questions. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, a lot of approved questions, not hitting the heavy hitting questions, whatever they are. I did.
I mean,
kinda
the
get
person doing the
that.
interview is still employed, isn't he? Or he's probably under NDAs.
I mean, it's possible he's under NDAs, but he's not with BioWare anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this was like one of the lead producers at one point.
Gotcha.
He's just not with BioWare anymore. But I don't know. Thought that was all interesting stuff.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Or for you guys. Because this thought's kind of popping around my head the other day. Because kind of was hitting on it a little bit when we were talking a little bit earlier about games still to come out this year that we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
So I believe I'm correct in the understanding that Expedition 33 is probably both of your game of the year so far.
Yeah.
And I was, because I've been looking at what's coming out this year. So I wanted to ask, is there anything coming out later this year that you could see not taking game of the year in a critical sense, but in your personal sense?
I have no games I'm looking forward to the rest of the year, so no.
Let me pull up the rest of the games of the year. Because
You're not excited for anything coming out later?
I'm going to be honest. I have no idea what's coming out the last quarter here into the holiday season.
you just winging it, brother.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you winging it, brother.
Because I was already kind of thinking about this question, and then, I mean, you get it in the weekly wrap up later. But one of the games, I think it was in my top 2 most anticipated games at the beginning of the year. Crimson Desert has now been delayed till Q1 2026,
Right.
which for me in particular, that was going to be one of the games that probably had the chance to take Expedition personally for me.
Right. Which that's fair.
But it's one where it's like, just like for me looking at games coming out later this year, I mean, there's Trails in the Sky First, which is the remake of the first Trails game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I'm going to enjoy that game, but it's a series I've wanted to play for a long time. And so it's like, there's the potential that could do it for me. I mean, as weird as it sounds, but I mean, well, I guess knowing me, and if you've listened to the show over the past couple years, hearing me and Alex just get super excited about it, there's Digimon Storytime Stranger.
Facts.
Which, as weird as it sounds to say that has the potential to take like a personal game of the year, it does.
Yeah. So I'm looking at like the full list of games for the rest of the year. And like there's obviously a lot of games I'm excited for. Like I'm excited for Ghost of Yotei. I'm excited for Silent Hill F. You know, not going to be one that's going to take the crown, but I am excited for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I think the game just looks like it's going to be a fun time. But, you know, and there's a couple other games here or there that's coming out. Like I'm excited to see what Lost Soul Aside's going to do. There's the game that I messaged you about. What was it called again? Varlet.
Yep.
Varlet looks pretty interesting. I just found out about that the other day, and it comes out in like 2 weeks. But honestly, I'm looking at the full list. Like, well, there's going to be a lot of good quality games coming out for the rest of the year. And even for me, like I've never really played in the other 2 entries, but like Octopath Traveler in December, I mean, that something that I might check out.
I was about to say, I still never watched that, so I didn't realize it had a date. So to answer your question, John, the only 3 that could possibly overtake Expedition 33 and just game of the year for me would be if Borderlands 4 absolutely demolishes and revives the franchise for me, Octopath Traveler 0, and Dispatch.
Oh yeah, Dispatch is slated still for this year.
Dispatch is. I don't know if that would be able to take game of the year necessarily for me. It depends on how. I mean, I one of my favorite demos I've ever played.
Yeah, right.
But that's one where it's got a very good chance at the number 2 spot, and I guess it's depending on how well that story's told.
Yeah,
because
that would be my biggest thing, was just how well the characters and story blends.
Because so far, like the character interactions and the humor in that game
it's pretty good.
It's perfect for me. So it's like that has like top 3 potential for me, like easily this year.
No, I mean, like honestly, the only one that I genuinely think could take a swing at it would probably be Digimon Story, because like I look at everything else that I'm excited for, like if I had to sit down and build like a top 10 most anticipated from right now, August 16th to the end of the year, Digimon Story is it's up here at number 1, and number 2 is like probably down here. Like there's a gap. But I will say, like, while Digimon Story Time Stranger, like, it could be one of those games where it's like, I just absolutely love it, 10 out of 10, something I'm gonna replay multiple times, whatever. I don't know if it would beat out Expedition for me, because like one thing that, as you guys know, and let me say it for the show, that I do to a very unhealthy degree is I love rankings. I love tier lists. It's a weird mental obsession of mine. So like I always have like a mental track, like a little track of like, what's my top 10 favorite games of all time? What's my top 15, top 20, whatever. And man, I never thought Red Dead 2 would get dethroned. And Red Dead 2, as of right now, I'm still flirting with Red Dead 2 and Expedition for that number 2 spot. So like that's tough competition for me personally.
What's your number 1?
Mass Effect 3. Still Mass Effect 3.
Okay.
Easy. Love Mass Effect 3. Yes, I'm a Mass Effect 3 guy. Mass Effect 2 is fantastic. I love 3. I love Mass Effect 3. That's my favorite game ever.
I mean, over the last month or so, I've been trying to go through and come up with like what my top games of all time would be.
Yeah.
I don't have like a definitive list. That's usually just because I basically just have a list of where I've started putting the standouts that I would consider for like a top 10.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten to a point where I'm trying to rank them or anything yet. But Expedition's probably in there.
Yeah.
Because it's one where I've never really been one to rank games. I'm actually making a concerted effort this year to like, I've got a list of games coming out that I'm 100% planning on playing. And then I have a list of games that I've actually played for the year, like played or completed, played long enough to like consider being able to rank them. And whenever a new game comes out, if I enjoy it enough, it goes into that list. So then then I'm ranking that list accordingly. So I actually have a reference for like the end of the year when I'm trying to decide what my favorite games for the year were. I've never done that before, but I'm trying to do that this year.
Question for you then: where does First Kazan currently stand in there?
Currently, it's in the number 2 spot.
Okay.
Like ever? Or
No, this year.
Okay.
Yeah, this year. Yeah.
For this year.
I very specifically said this year.
Okay, my bad. Missed that.
No.
Went over the head.
No, for this year, it's number 2 for me so far.
Okay.
But like other games coming out this year, I don't think it would it would, depending on if it's as well as I'm hoping it's gonna be. Outer Worlds 2.
It's fair.
It could make
Is that still slated for this year?
Yes, as of right now. I don't know. Did it get a date? But
20, it's listed as 29th on the Wikipedia game releases.
Okay.
October 29th.
Okay. Gotcha.
It's sitting right next to October 30th, game I'm super excited for. Don't know. I haven't played it. I didn't play any of the play tests for it. At this point, I'm just excited for it to come out. Arc Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that game, from everything I've heard of it, it has the potential to potentially like make it into like a top 5 of the year for me. Depending on, the enjoyment factor of it. But other than that, like one of the only other games that's like a notable game I'm for sure buying is Pokemon ZA.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's like that's not ever gonna crack like my favorite game of the year list.
But it's gonna be one you're gonna dump a lot of hours in.
It's like I'm gonna play it. I'm going to enjoy it. It's not gonna be my favorite game of the year, but it'll be an enjoyable, I don't know, 20, 30, maybe 40 hours while I play it.
Right.
Depending on how long the game actually is.
I will also say, for like the favorite games of all time thing, something that I am planning to do. This is I guess a little bit of a spoiler alert for something to come for the people watching for the channel. December 31st, I will be posting a video of my top 25 games of all time, and it will become an annual series. And I had the realization to do this a couple months ago because like I was kind of, once again, a very unhealthy obsession with lists and tier lists. I was thinking about my favorite games again, and I was thinking about I was thinking about two specific games that at one point I said, yeah, I think it beat this one. I think it beat this one out. And that is Spider-Man 2 and Tears of the Kingdom. Both still fantastic games. Definitely deserve to be like top 10-ish, but
you went way too hard on those.
Yeah, I think those might have been.
You got way too excited about those when you played them.
Yeah, so I kind of want to start doing a yearly list.
I kind of let you like go on with it for a while, but it's one of those where I'm like, man, it's good, but
yeah. No, I kind of want to do a yearly list now, so I can see how much my opinion changes year to year, and see how much of it's knee jerks. So if you want to do something like that with me, because I'm doing the video every year, by all means, jump in. It's up to you.
I think off the top of my head, I've got maybe 5. I've got a list on my computer that I've been adding to as I think of stuff.
Right.
I might have it on my phone, actually. Let me check real quick.
But no, that's something I plan to. I don't know if I'll do 25. It might be like 15 or something. I don't know. I know I want to do at least more than 10. So I'll either do 15, 20, or 25. But that's going to be an annual series that I'm going to do over here. Just to get, see how many of these games I throw in there are knee jerks. You know what I mean? Because I definitely have my fair share of knee jerks. Surprisingly, when I had to look myself in the mirror and ask this, I will say that, because I did say when I played it, that it cracked in the top 5, top 10. I don't think Ragnarok was a knee jerk. I do still genuinely love that game, and I would put it up there.
Were you looking through this list? The only other one that could be very interesting for me would be Mouse PI for Hire.
Oh, that game looks so fun.
Yeah.
That game looks so fun.
So I kind of assume that like Expeditions, because when it comes to the end of the year, that's probably still going to be my top game. Because right now it's so far ahead right now.
I mean, there's been a solid year of games, but Expedition stood out pretty strong.
Yep.
It's so far ahead right now. It'd be hard for something to catch up to it.
Facts.
But I don't have my full list here, but I do have 5, because I want to come up with try to come up with a definitive top 10. I've got 5 here on my starter list. If you'd like to hear that,
let's hear it. I want to hear it, man. I love this shit. You know me.
No particular order right now. Except potentially one of these. God of War 2018, because I know you're a bigger Ragnarok fan.
Yep.
But I think we've said this before, maybe when we talked about Ragnarok after you played it. People that loved God of War 2018 as the game, like on its own, prefer Ragnarok.
Sure.
If that's their main entry point to the series. People that love the story already, 2018 is probably their favorite.
Yeah.
Because it's the new direction. You get to see all the changes.
Yeah, like if you're an old fan, you played all the previous games, 2018 is your thing. You know?
It's like 2018. I loved Ragnarok. Ragnarok was by far and away my favorite game that year, the year that it came out. But I prefer 2018.
Yeah.
So God of War 2018 is on there. Halo 3.
Respect. Got to throw it on there.
Expedition 33.
Okay.
Divinity Original Sin 2.
Makes sense.
And then potentially the outlier or the unexpected pick, Tales of Xillia.
Okay. I respect
to regular people besides me.
Well, I was gonna say it's like it's one where it's like that's even amongst Tales fans, that's usually not.
Most definitely
it's not the one people consider their favorite. It's usually highly regarded in those lists anyway.
Yeah.
But it's one where I've played quite a few Tales games now. I haven't played all of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I get so excited when remasters get announced, because I keep picking them up and playing them. Because I've enjoyed every one I've played so far. But Tales of Xillia is... It's one where I remember back to when I first was playing it.
Mm-hmm.
I would catch myself playing it for like hour. Like I would realize I'm like, I've been sitting here for way too long playing this. I need to go do something else. I would get up, go and start doing something else. I'd be gone for like 15 minutes. I'm like, all right, that's good enough. I got to get back.
Right.
Yeah, I remember this mostly because John and me were playing that at the same time, and I know I put a lot of time into it too. He eventually overpassed me because I think I dropped it off after the initial in-game stuff.
I went through. I played because you could play through as there's essentially
two
two
series.
two story modes where you play through as either MC. It's like I played through both of them. It's like I went through. I did all the post game like
Mhm.
Uber boss fights and dungeons and stuff. I absolutely love that game.
I was about to say because that wasn't your entry into Tales, but it was like the first one you really.
It's what got me really into it.
Yeah.
And it's one where it's like that's the one that made me. Cause I had played I think one or two before, but that's the one that made me a Tales fan.
Right.
It's also what I'm hoping like Trails this guy first does for me for Trails.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean,
That's-
at least it's the first too.
That's why I'm so excited for that because it's like I've
Yeah.
wanted to play that for years, and they announced that remake
Mhm.
around the time I was getting ready to jump into it. So I've just been waiting,
Waiting for this moment.
so I could play the remake of it to see if I get into it, and that would be the driving force to get me into the rest of the series.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm glad you're starting to form a list. I love lists, man. Lists are my favorite thing. Because like for me, like I think about mine all the time, and it's so hard. Like my answer changes on the day on like what like my full top 10 is. But like here, like for a while, especially once I realized Tears and Spider-Man 2 were knee jerks, and I've kind of reformed my list to what it was. Like my top 5, or at least my top 4, stay ungodly consistent. And now it's kind of moved around because of Expedition, but like for me, it's like number 1, Mass Effect 3, number 2 and 3, Red Dead and Expedition. I want to get, because I played Expedition twice this year, right back to back. I want to get a Red Dead 2 playthrough sometime this year. I'm holding out a little bit longer in hopes that this next gen upgrade is real. I'm holding out for that. But I want to get a Red Dead 2 playthrough done this year to kind of confirm where it sets. But like that's 2 and 3. Twilight Princess would now be in that 4 spot. It was at that 3 forever, and then the first Spider-Man would come in at 5, and then from there it's kind of a toss up between Persona 5 Royal and God of War Ragnarok would kind of be that. And then after that, I don't know, man. I can give you a list of games that's going to come after that, but where they're going to go, I don't know. I mean, we got Oblivion, we got Mass Effect 2, we got Conquer Live and Reloaded, we got Super Mario RPG. I mean, like, I got Halo 3. I got a list of like, man, where do you fit into this puzzle? I don't know. My answer changes by the day.
Yeah, the problem is every time I start thinking of like my favorite games of all time, I tend to think of games that I've either played recently, but then because I don't write anything down until I've thought about it multiple times when I've been thinking about it. There's one game that might end up on that top 10 list that nobody's ever putting in their top 10 list.
What is that?
I've talked about it before. It's a game that just about any time I find the excuse for it, I bring it up.
Okay.
It's Force of Nature 2.
Okay. Yeah. Former Gamesthetic Game of the Week.
It might have been my first game of the week.
It might be. Yeah, you might be right. Let me look.
It might have been because it's one where anytime I can find an excuse to talk about how much I love that game, I do.
It was the second Gamesthetic Game of the Week. So yeah, your first one.
I was
Force
about to say
2.
that's in the same spot for me with Enslaved Odyssey to the West.
Yeah,
because it's one where I don't know, man. I absolutely love that game.
Yeah,
it's one where if you look at it, and even if you played it all the way through, you're like, okay, yeah, I could see how someone might enjoy this, but nah, man, that might somehow crack its way into my top 10.
Right. Man, yeah. Shout out to Force Ninja 2. I'm looking through some of this list, man. We have just got a list of games on here, bro. Yeah, my first Gamesthetic Game of the Week was The Forgotten City. Great game. Such
you
a
had
good game.
literally just played that weeks
yeah,
ago.
Such a good game.
I think that was like you had been playing it fairly recently when you talked about it. You were like, I gotta talk about this thing,
dude. I played the mod, and then I found out because I was trying to find out of the people who made the mod if they had more mods. Then I found out they made the entire standalone game, and it was on Game Pass. I'm like, here we go. No, love Forgotten City, man. That game's so fun.
You know what's funny? Because as I mentioned to you over Discord, my computer's just been running our old podcast.
Yeah.
It's still currently going.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, my computer hasn't been turned off since.
That's crazy. But I mean, you got like new computer, liquid cooling. So I mean, shout out.
But yeah, no, it's weird when some of those get to the end and we don't do a game of the week. I went, what?
Oh, yeah,
I was like, it just ends, and I was like, what happened? Why did none of us say something about a game of the week?
It's like the staple now, bro. It's like the staple now. Oh gosh. But no, back to your original question, John. I think Digimon Story would be the only one that could. We'll see, But Expedition did something to me, man.
Not Ghost of Yotai?
It's gonna be a really fun game, but no, I mean, Ghost of Tsushima, very fun game. But
that's one where I think like, I don't think that's gonna be on any of our potential like game of the year lists.
Oh, probably not.
it'll probably
But
be
it's gonna be a critically acclaimed game.
Yeah, no, I mean, it might break into the top 5, but it'd break into the top 5 like at like the 5 spot or something for me. That's just my current prediction. We'll see.
Yeah, even if I played it and loved it, there's a couple games coming out that this year that unless they fumble real hard,
Yeah,
are making their way into my top 5.
yeah.
Like I completely forgot about it, but Zach mentioned Dispatch.
Hmm.
It's like that if that game comes out.
I hope it does.
Well, I don't know why I said if that game comes out. The game's scheduled to come out. There's no
Yeah,
reason.
it's
I mean, it
delayed.
still says 2025. They
Yeah.
haven't given an official date. So
God,
I
I
mean,
hope it's this year.
But that's one where it's like that game comes out. If the rest of the game is like the demo, then yeah, it has potential to be my second favorite game of the year.
Right.
Depending on how much I enjoy Digimon.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Which everything about Digimon just looks so good. They had the rideable Digimon trailer come out recently. Some more armor evolutions are confirmed. I'm like, yes. I sent it to John, so excited. I'm like, yes, let's go.
He's been sending me stuff this week, and like, so I'm like, okay, yeah, I know you're excited. I'm busy right now.
Okay, yeah, you say that until I sent you the Tales of Xillia thing, and John sent back in all caps, dear God, yes.
wait, what happened with Tales of Xillia?
It's in the weekly wrap up. The next Tales remaster is supposed to be getting announced this summer, and it looks like that they kind of accidentally leaked it themselves potentially in a video. That it's Tales of Xillia.
Yeah, because it was like the thumbnail. Like
Just
the, like
one or 1 and 2?
It looked like because it was remember like the companion conversations where it pop up in that box there. It was one of those boxes. It was them from Tales of Xillia 1.
Okay.
But if they were gonna do it, I would hope they would do a bundle pack, and
So would I.
because
Because
I didn't finish 2.
2 was rough.
2 was rough to get into. I think if you managed to get into it, it might have it could have been good, but it was rough to get into.
Because Xillia is one of the few where they did an actual connected sequel.
Yeah, it wasn't necessary.
It was not.
Yeah, no, John was very excited when I sent him that screenshot. Just all caps, dear God, yes.
Well, the difference was you sent me a screen cap of it that just said Tales of Xillia remaster, and it wasn't like 3 paragraphs and followed by an image where I'm like, I don't have time to read that right now. That was the difference in those messages.
Okay, all right, so I'll keep it short and sweet next time. Got it.
That's why when I send John stuff, it's on Discord. And
No, he sent it to me on Discord.
Oh, did he? Okay.
It's just one where sometimes I open it up, I'm like, I'll come back to this, and then I get busy and forget about it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, it's pretty rare that text, John. I'm gonna be honest. It's usually just
But
Discord.
mostly it's Discord messages.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, natural default. That's just what I go to. I don't know. Then I think it's like 50-50. One day you'll get a message from me, one day you'll get a text from me.
Yeah.
It just depends on the day. I don't know, man. Oh gosh. All right, let me hit. We're like an hour in, so let me at least do one ad shout out. I'm gonna use one of our videos though. Let's use a video. Unfortunately, we won't be able to hear it. I've got it turned off for us to hear, so I do apologize for that.
So you're just gonna watch it until it's done?
Yeah, it's just 30-second ad. It's fine. It's fine. We're going to the ad break. Shout out to some Rogue Energy. Hey, how's it going? Do you like Rogue Energy? Then maybe you should use the referral link down below and get some Rogue Energy. Promo code Sparky3. Get 10% off your order. It works for everything. Hydration, chill, energy. The cans are good. Try them all. If they have a better sale going on, that's okay. You don't have to use our promo code. Just use the referral link. You're still going to help the brand. But drink responsibly. Be 18 plus. It is a lot of caffeine. Bye. All right, we're back. Hopefully you enjoyed the ad break. That was weird and different for the boys. I'll turn it on next time, okay?
No, don't.
Fine, I'll just go back doing it myself. You know?
Okay.
You do it however you want to. It's just
Well,
It's just weird after
Yeah, I
doing
know,
200
I
something
know, I
episodes
know, I
and we
know.
just have complete silence.
yeah, I know. Well, because it's silent for us because we didn't have it on over here. All right, I'll turn it on next time. No, realistically, for here at Gamesthetic, just says we got such like a good vibe that goes on, you know, and making sure that we always hit the merch and the Rogue Energy, because that's why I made all the videos for ATFS, because we fail at shouting them out a lot of times. Honestly, I'll probably just use the video ads over here at Gamesthetic if we need to like legit okay, we need a quick second to like do something, like maybe something happened, you know, then I'll throw up the video, you know. So, which funny enough, that did happen the other day with ATFS. I've got like I've got 2 more videos that are strictly ATFS themed, like just a strict like BRB one where it's like, hey, you're watching ATFS right now and something happened. So the boys and it's got to step away, and then it's like a full ATFS plug. So, you know, my goal is not to hit every video in a single episode, all right? It makes no damn sense. All right. It's stupid. You know, you just hit the one and that's it. You're done for the day. I actually got to run through every single video of the day because we're like finishing up one of the conferences at the end of the show, and my phone starts blowing up from Simply Safe. Smoke alarm, smoke alarm, smoke alarm. And I'm like, Christina, what are you doing? And I had to hit the brake, and I'm trying to like, because like the moment smoke alarm goes off, Simply Safe will call me immediately.
Yeah.
So I was just like, okay, I got to go to ad break, guys. Ad break. It's like Simply Safe calls me. And there's like, we had a fire alarm go off. Are you okay? I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm live on a show right now. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, I try going to the camera. I'm like, all right, everything's good. She was just cooking. And then it's just like, I mean, I'm just getting pinged and pinged and pinged. And I call Christina. I'm just like, what are you doing? Normally it's just smoke because it's super hypersensitive to smoke.
Yeah.
Soup. And she said, there was actually fire this time. I'm like, Christina, what are you doing? She's like, the oil got a little too hot. I didn't realize it. And then I put the shrimp on there and just, and she said the moment the fire went up, the alarm went off. She's like, so at least we know it works. I'm just like, I don't want to test and find out if it works. So yeah, like I'm trying to sort through these phone calls and call her, and I'm just like, ad. I'm hitting every single one to buy as much time as possible. So that's where the ads come in clutch. It's where you got an emergency you got to deal with. Oh, God. Also, I got a random question for you guys. If you guys don't really have an answer, that's fine. It's just curious. So one of the videos that I did that's in my back pocket right now, it was a tier list on video game console, like aesthetic, just strictly like the design for it. Do you guys have a favorite? Like out of like all home consoles, is there like one console that you think to? It's like that console is my favorite design because I tiered them all, and at the very end, I also decided which one was my favorite, which one's the GOAT. And I'm just curious if you guys have a favorite out of all the consoles from every generation. What is your favorite design?
Is it just purely based on looks?
That's it. Looks, no controller involved. Just the box itself, just straight looks. What is your favorite?
PS2 Slim.
Really? Okay.
I'm partial to a Nintendo 64 with a game in it.
Okay, that's a nice look, so I can respect that.
If it's got a game in it, I think it looks real nice.
It does, yeah.
Other than that, 2 popped in my head immediately. I don't know if it's just because like they're more of my favorite consoles. That's why I thought about it for a second. 'Cause I think Nintendo 64, as long as there's a game in it,
It looks good.
yeah. I think that might top my list. The 2 that popped in my head was a PS2, like a normal PS2, not a PS2 Slim.
Oh, so yeah, fat PS2. I
like
agree.
fat PS2.
I agree.
I think it looks good on a shelf.
Yeah, I agree.
And then the other one I think is just because it was one of my favorite consoles, and that was just 360.
Which one? That's the question, because there was 3 different versions.
Screw the Elite.
I had a white one.
Okay.
So that's what I've always been used to looking at.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't remember everything I did for the full tier list. I can tell you, I know for sure what was like at my F tier, which a couple of them could have been a little bit of hot takes, but it's just my personal preference. If I just don't like it. For sure, down in the F tier, I had some different variations of the PS5. I just don't like the PS5 design. I genuinely don't.
See, one of mine was the PS4. I like the sleekness of how the PS4 looks
Yeah.
in my mind.
No, dude, literally.
There's one. It's it's a PS3, but specifically the God of War PS3. I know he has one.
Yeah.
That one does look good.
It does
Okay.
look nice.
The red console you don't see that often, and
Yeah.
it
So I didn't.
pairs well.
I didn't do any special editions. I strictly just did like the general shape of the console, not
Yeah.
like the art of the console. I will say the PS3 you're referring to, that's the second model, I believe it is, right? The one that doesn't have the stupid slide cover.
No, like that one
Yeah.
does have the slide.
Yeah,
cover.
it does have the slide
Oh,
cover.
it's a slide cover.
It's a slide cover.
Ugh, see, that went straight down to F tier for me. I hate that console design. I think it's so ugly. I bet the red one looks good.
The red one looks nice.
But what kills me is that slide cover. I think that's so ugly.
Why?
I don't like it, man. In fact, with all the consoles that I tiered, one thing that I said in the video that I just did not like, with the exception of the PS2 that you're referring to, I don't like pop-up covers. With two exceptions of the GameCube and the Slim PS2, those are the only pop-up covers that I liked. Man, I'm kind of mad now about that video. It's not posted, so I could always go back and redo it. I'm kind of mad I didn't think about to specify a game in the N64 because now, dude, that you're right, bro. Because you get the game artwork and everything. Like, damn, why didn't I think about that?
On its own, a Nintendo 64 doesn't look great.
Yeah,
It's not particularly appealing.
It got like B
But the
tier for
moment
me
you
or
put
something.
the moment you put a game in it, it looks right.
Yeah, like because the artwork sticks out, everything about. I didn't even think about saying that.
I was about to say 64 just without a game. I would have to do one of the one clear ones.
Like the translucent.
Yeah.
One. I love those.
Those look far better.
Yeah.
But yeah, what John's saying with the game, it just looks far better
Yeah,
because
you're right. It does. I didn't even think to say it in the video. I'm mad
because
now.
of how because when you think about how the 64, it's got sort of the steps
Yeah.
and all the center around the game that just goes on the top.
Yeah, no, that's such a good point, man. If I would have thought about that, it probably would have gone like the S tier, but it got like B tier for me, which is still not bad. I think the base so the Game Boy Color and the N64 are the only two that I cheated, and I did throw in like a different color variant where I was like, okay, I'm doing the base and I'm doing the transparent ones because I have a very soft spot for transparents, and like the base like black N64 like solid color like that got like B, and like the ones like that are like transparent that got A tier for me because I do love those. Those are sick.
And 60, oh, I guess they were black.
Yeah, the base one was just black. Yeah, that's the standard.
My family always had a gray one.
Yeah, it was like black or gray was the
Okay.
classic, and then you had the transparent series. Because my first N64 was the green one that came with Donkey Kong 64. That was my first one. No, my overall GOAT that I decided, it was a very tough call between a couple of consoles. Between three, I had the GameCube just because of a soft spot. I think it's just stupid and I love it. The original Xbox because I actually love the original Xbox design, and the fat PS3. And I decided on the fat PS3 because I really genuinely love the design for it. Because like one thing I kept harping on in the video is that I love the consoles that are like, for the most part, because the PS3 is very oversized, but I just don't like the design for it.
Did you say you like them chunky?
Yes, I did. I like the big, oversized consoles. Like the Xbox One, sick. The original Xbox, sick. The fat PS3, sick. Fat PS2. Because, like, I look at it like, obviously, gaming consoles is luxury. You know, right? These are, like, premium products. So I like the product also, like, really looking that premium look. Because, like, the original PS3, dude, like, the full PlayStation 3 font, like, the full text of it, you know, not PS3. Loved that. I loved, like, that glossy look on the top. But the big thing that did it for me was, like, the chrome around where you put the disc in with the colorful PS3 logo. Just elite. I love it. Second place for me probably would have been the original Xbox. I love the massive X plus like the almost like the rubbery feel of the Xbox logo. I thought it looked sick, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The original Xbox does look. I don't think about it as much because I never had one.
Right.
So, I haven't seen them as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, thinking about it, it's specifically because it is just that rectangular box with that big fucking X on it.
Yeah, the big X and then like the rubbery part. Like
It was just
cool,
super
man.
simple back then.
Yeah, it's just so cool, dude.
Yeah, I don't like the look of the consoles these days.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess the Series X.
The fridge.
I don't.
Yeah, he's looking at the fridge for people wondering.
Because we have a Xbox Series fridge in the room, by the way.
Part of the problem I have with the Series X, if it is, I don't like consoles that stand vertically.
That's fair.
And because it's made, like its
Primarily
design
made
is
that way.
primarily
Yeah.
like if it's laid, you can lay it sideways technically, but it's designed to stand up.
Right.
I don't like them when they stand up, but it looks better than the PS5.
Yeah, I mean that was my stance on it. Like, and I was harsh with the PS5. Like, because like one thing that I did for my tiering was what we've talked about, how the physical edition looks like it was clearly an afterthought. Because it's like you have that disc drive that's thrown on there where it looks like an awkward tier.
Yeah.
So like I actually tiered the disc drive versions of the OG and the Slim and F and the digital and D tier because like it looks like it looks better. You know, it's not F, but it looks better. No, I just don't like the PS5 design, man. That might be a hot take. I don't know.
It looks like a big trophy.
It does look a big trophy.
Did you rank all handheld consoles?
I did. Yeah.
What was your highest? Do you know what your highest rated handheld was?
I think the OG Fat DS, because that thing feels premium as hell. Like you hold an OG DS and you can tell it. Like I've got one in the house right now, man. It feels so premium. So I think it was OG DS. Both versions of the Vita, because there was technically two, and I wanted to be very technical about it. I think they both got like A tier. I think the PSP, the first PSP, got S tier. The second and third PSPs got
that was when they slimmed them down.
And the thing that killed me a little bit, where they got knocked down to like A or B, was they changed the back, or at least the 3000 series. I couldn't remember on the 2000. I took a guess in the video, and I even made that clear. I'm taking a guess here. Is like the 1000 series, it has like that more like matte feel to the back, while the other two have that more glossy. I don't like the glossy because that's what I have right now. Yeah. I'm not a fan of it. I like the original.
I was curious about that because I rank the original PSP as probably the best looking handheld.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure it got S tier. I think just the original DS beat it out because it's just a personal preference and just like the feel of it. But I'm pretty damn positive I put the PSP 1000 in S tier as well. Now that was a fun list to do. Another list I'm gonna be doing soon is a controller list. I'll be doing that sometime here in the near future. But no, that video
just base models.
Base model
controllers.
All console controllers, like first party controllers for everybody. I'll be doing that sometime in the near future because I just like tiering stuff. I mean, it's fun, and that video will come out sometime soon. It's just in my back pocket right now. It's done. It's titled. It's thumbnailed. It's ready to go. But like the other video that I did this week about how this gaming generation just feels weird. It did its thing and it's still doing its thing. So I just let it ride. I didn't want to mess with the algorithm. You know, it was doing its thing, so I was letting it ride. But I'll post that tier list soon.
Not to spoil his list, you got a favorite controller?
I got a few. I don't know what my goat's gonna be. I'll make that split second time in the video. I don't want to think about it till I get to the video.
I mean, if I got it would have to be the Xbox One.
Xbox One is very solid because one thing I do like about the Xbox One over the series is like around the Xbox logo, it has like that more like almost chromish design. I like that a lot more.
See, because I really liked the 360 controllers, but then the Xbox One, just for something about it, even though it's literally just an upgrade,
just
feels a little bit better to me personally. And like any of my wired controllers are the Xbox One design.
Yeah, Xbox One controller is elite.
See, my top would be between two. I'm very partial to the PS5 DualSense.
It is a very good controller besides battery.
My batteries last a long time.
Mine suck.
My batteries. I mean, granted, I have 3 controllers ready to go at any given time. They usually last about 10 hours.
Nice.
But for me, it would be probably between the PS5 DualSense and I gotta say, you know, the Xbox One controller is great. The Xbox 360 controller fits better in my hand.
That's fair. That's fair.
See, and I mean, 360 would be the second one after it, because I just like they didn't slim down the one a lot, but it was enough that it just felt better to me.
Because like for having a controller for my PC, I prefer to have a wired controller at my
Yeah.
PC. And for the longest time, I had a couple like wired 360 controllers that I had bought for it. They finally all wore out,
Damn.
and it's become cheaper to get an Xbox One wired controller for it.
Yeah.
And it still feels fine, but it's not. I mean, it's a good control. It's probably like 3 for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what my single goat's going to be. Like I said, I want to decide in the moment in the video, but I know like a rotation of them would be like Xbox 360 and Xbox One both, GameCube, Switch Pro, PS5, DualSense. I know you're laughing because I said GameCube. I love the GameCube controller. It is elite. And then I think Xbox Series Elite 2, Xbox Series Elite 2 as well. That controller is incredible.
If we were just talking aesthetically though, I'm real partial to the NES controller.
Yeah,
Really?
I could see that.
Really?
Just
Okay.
aesthetically, like
I'm more of an SNES guy.
like not actually using it, but I love the NES controller
Really?
as a design look.
Because it's square instead of round.
It's the squareness of it because they have like those red and black lines going across it.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm more of an SNES guy, but I respect it. That's legit. that's legit. I respect that.
If we're just going on about aesthetic, I'd say a Rock Band guitar.
That's fair.
I wasn't considering
I
that.
wouldn't consider that either, but I respect that.
This guy's gonna rank the fucking GameCube controller as like S tier.
Oh, I will.
Based on how his list is working, I'm gonna expect Dreamcast to be like A plus or something. Based on what he said so far.
Do you need to hold a Dreamcast controller again just to really make a decision?
No, I know where that one's going.
Probably the second worst controller I've ever held.
It's going to go down there pretty damn far. Same thing with the Xbox Duke. The Xbox Duke is nostalgic, but it's not a great controller.
I would rate a Duke higher than an N64 controller.
Oh yeah, Duke's higher than both N64 and Dreamcast. You best believe that one. But those two, I love me some N64, but that N64 controller is something else.
Dreamcast controller, though, you gotta, if you're gonna rank it properly, you gotta have that little battery pack that goes in there, where you get a little LCD screen.
Gotta have the screen
that has little animations going while you're playing.
Yep,
that ranks it up a little bit. That was the stupidest accessory I ever bought.
It really was. It's still going towards the bottom, though, brother. I'll tell you that.
That controller sucks.
That controller's terrible. It's terribly cool because it's so weird and random, you know. It's nostalgic, but man, is it bad. It's not a good controller at all. Lord have mercy.
I love my Dreamcast, but goddamn, that system was cool, but man, is every accessory for it ass.
Interesting as hell too. That's why.
Do you need to hold a Saturn controller? Because I got one of those sitting at the house too.
I'm good. Thanks, though, buddy. No, that's why actually the top 10 weirdest game controllers I found. Go watch that video. That was a very fun video.
It's a year old.
Yeah, it's a year old now.
I believe so.
Dang, well
probably
video,
about then.
That video popped off too. Shout out to that video. That video was really fun to make. I had an entire section of just Dreamcast in general. Like, let's not even just talk about the base controller. Let's talk about all the dang accessories. You had the keyboard, you had the fishing rod, the maracas. Like, you had so much random stuff.
You can't go on about accessories for anything though, unless I've mentioned it many times. One of my favorite videos that exists online. Oh, yeah. It is somebody attaching every attachment for a Game Boy Color.
Yes.
It is my favorite video. No, it's a Game Boy Color, and then I think they have one for it's the original Game Boy. That's even better because it has more attachments.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's one of my favorite things. It gets so big.
Yeah, I mean, you got the light, you got the magnifying glass.
It gets absurdly big.
You got the printer you can attach to it. Yeah, Game Boy's got a printer for anybody that doesn't know. Like, it's crazy, man.
That was for paint, wasn't it?
I don't remember what it was for. It was like some wacky stuff.
It has like they attach like 25 different things to it.
Dude, facts. Oh gosh. No, I'll get the console aesthetic tier list. I'll get it up here in the next. I'll put it up this week. Since we talked about it in today's episode, I'll put it up. The other video, I won't mention what it was because I'll keep that one truly in my back pocket when I need it for a rainy day. It's not a big deal video or anything. It's just a little fun thing I did. Let me shout out some merch, though. I will actually shout out the merch this time. Head over to spark3shop.com. Pick up some merch right now. I did actually add a couple new things to the store, including a couple new embroidery hats, as well as a new embroidery hoodie, as well as the unprofessional shirt. Shout out to Tyler, who popped in earlier and said this is a very unprofessional podcast. I agree. Go over to spark3shop.com. Pick up some merch. We'd appreciate that extra support. Okay. Anything else you guys want to chat about? Or you want me to start going through the other stuff, the weekly wrap-up we haven't hit yet? Because we've been kind of bouncing around.
Whose game was the last Faith?
Me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely not me.
It's a Metroidvania style game.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now. Okay. Yeah, because around that time is when I started doing the video for all the Gamesthetic Game of the Week. So yeah, I remember watching the trailer for that. That's right. I remember now. Because it's like kind of like a dark and gritty, like gothic sort of vibe, right?
Oh yeah.
Yep. I remember now. Yep, I remember it now. Shit, that helps me really understand you guys' games. Is that when I started adding actual gameplay for all the games of the week, so I can really get a vibe for it. I will say sometimes when we go a little bit too far, a little tough for me to find sometimes. It's like I got to hunt and peck try to get me some dang video footage of some of this. But I think the most recent one was Typing of the Dead. That was one I had to really dig for that one.
Yeah, I bet you did.
I had to dig for that one, brother.
Because nobody has fucking gameplay of that.
I had to go back in time a little bit to try to find something for that Gamesthetic Game of the Week clip, but I found it. I think there's been at least one time, I don't remember the game, where I just gave up. I don't think I put game footage on there.
It was Atlas Reactor.
Was it Atlas Reactor?
You just put the launch trailer.
Oh, that's all I did? It was launch trailer? Okay. Well, no, I thought there was one recently where I just left our faces up and that's it. I put the trailer for Atlas Reactor up though.
But you initially said, "Oops, there's just a black screen."
Oh, that's right. I did. I forgot to put it up completely. Well, that's different. I tried to edit it in. I tried to put it in. I just forgot. That is funny though. I totally forgot to add the trailer. I had it recorded and everything, and I had it downloaded. I was ready to go. I forgot. My bad. Oh gosh. All right, you guys ready to go to the weekly wrap up?
Sure.
The stuff that we haven't hit yet, I guess. So the first thing, Pokemon Legends ZA hands-on for like a demo and stuff. Pokemon Worlds is going on right now, and I have seen just the most meme level top tier quotes coming out of Wolfglick, like just top tier. And it's 10 out of 10.
I haven't paid. I've just been watching the World stream. I've had it up pretty much since it started today, and it's been like background noise, and I pay attention to it every now and then.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people just like rage reacting to Wolf right now, and just like,
why? What'd Wolfie do?
No, just being god tier at the game kind of thing. I've seen so many reactions, and I've seen so many like quotes that he said. I haven't found him saying it, but like, I've seen so many people like quoting like the same. I saw the same quote multiple times, so I was like, I guess he said it. Where it's like, he had like his like, I guess, girlfriend or something like pull him aside, and it's like, remember, you're Wolf Glick, and just stuff like that. And it's just like, God, what a boss, man.
I mean, he's done that because I think he won. Like he's even admitted like he's in his full villain mode now.
Yeah, he's gone full heel. He's gone full heel.
Because like he made a joke about it about one tournament he won. Is like he got up and he makes a whole big speech about how everyone did their best, but I'm here at the top above all of you.
It's like it wasn't enough,
or some crap like that. Like Wolf's admitted he's got his full villain saga.
Full heel, man. I love it. I respect it, dude.
Yeah, I think he went out at 43.
Yeah.
I was like, I was watching right before I left to come over here. The last two matches for deciding who got into top four was happening.
Okay. But yeah, anyway, so there was some Legends ZA hands-on that's been going on recently. Like I've seen the full picture of the Lumia City circulating online, as well as what it features around. I don't know why I put 645 typo. Around like 45 visitable, or 64.
I was about to say that. I was like, that's a big ass map.
No, it wasn't 40. It was 64. 64 visitable buildings, and it shows like every wild area.
Sure, it wasn't like 54,
56. No, it was 60. It was 64.
Could have been any of these.
It was
54.
It was 64. It was 64.
Maybe 46.
Stop. It was 64. Now you're confusing me. But it also shows like every wild and battle zones throughout the map. There was also the controller layout, which I saw a lot of people comment that the controller layout is very simplistic for this new battle style. So it's very easy to kind of just play it, with what this new battle
I
style
would
is
hope
bringing to the
so.
table. I would hope so as well. One thing is that on the map, for each wild zone that you go hover, it will be able to show the Pokemon that you've caught in those zones and how many like remaining to be caught, which is question mark. So that's kind of nice. You can learn and relearn new moves and TMs all on the same screen, which is a nice quality of life. Apparently, the 60 FPS is actually very, very smooth, so that's great. And then how megas work. This was actually something that was very curious with how this game is with the battle format. Is essentially when your Pokemon deals damage, the opposing Pokemon will drop Mega Energy, and you as the trainer, you need to pick up that Mega Energy to fill the gauge to allow for Mega Evolution. And when you do Mega Evolution, that Mega Evolution gauge will deplete slowly while you attack. So it's kind of like the Bonanza mode, honestly, from Donkey Kong. That's kind of what I immediately thought of because that's the most recent thing like that. But that makes sense. I also saw something apparently with the wild megas that you fight. Apparently, they just want all the smoke for you, the trainer. They do not care about your Pokemon. Apparently, from what I saw, they want the trainer. They want the trainer dead. So when you're in those wild mega fights, you might want to stay moving because they do not care about your Pokemon. They only want to kill you.
I mean, that's actually a very interesting mechanic.
It is.
It makes it more of a, because if the trainer goes down, it's not going to get attacked by any more Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly. So I read that. I'm like, man, they just want all the smoke.
That's very interesting because that becomes a endurance and skill check for the player because of making them play a bullet hell, and then a skill check of, do your Pokemon do enough damage to take this Mega out before it ends you?
Right. So I don't know. I mean, overall, the hands-on previews for it, very positive. And there is a lot of excitement for the game, which is great. Coming out here soon. It comes out in 61 days.
But did the map show where all the spots where you're going to jump trainers at night?
Yes, because it showed the battle zones.
Okay.
So yeah, the map does show that as well. Something else that I saw someone highlight on the map is that it does actually also have the corner of one of the maps, train station. So maybe leaving up the question for future DLC potentially, where you get to leave Lumio City and go somewhere else, since everything's in Lumio. So, the train station's there, so you never know. But it's not the first time they've set something up for DLC and just straight up abandon it. I'm looking at U, X, and Y with the power plant. One great example, the most shafted generation. That's why I'm glad. I'm glad we're getting this Legends game in that generation, because that is the most shafted generation. I also saw someone make a joke that because again, since this is the most shafted gen, Zygarde, he never had a focus in X and Y. He was just that third legendary to go catch. So, like, apparently his first appearance in this game immediately just attacks the trainer. Like, that's his first appearance as the dog form. He steps up, lunges at you. It's just like, well, it's just, he wants to smoke too.
Remember me, kids?
Yeah, basically. It's like, I'm here to make a statement today. I got shafted the first time. This time I'm making a statement. Next thing I've got is some Nintendo patents that came out recently. One was involving the Joy-Con 2 that features a crank clickable wheel attachment. So kind of like the wrist straps, it slides into the Joy-Con 2 and makes it where I can only assume for fishing games. That's what it looks like.
Nintendo, stop Nintendoing.
They are going to Nintendo, John. They're giving you what you want. You can go play a fishing game, like with the Joy-Con 2. Play your little fishing game.
Didn't they already have?
I'm not buying a damn attachment to play a game.
Didn't they already have a fish controller?
Yeah, it was with the Labo, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it was Labo. The other thing, though, there is another new patent, because this already got patent once upon a time. We talked about it on the show when it did. There is another patent filed for a second screen to attach to the top of the Nintendo Switch 2. The full patent details that I saw also includes like the folding mechanics and everything going to it, where you can attach it to the top of your Switch 2 and fold it down on top of your Switch 2 as
Nintendo,
well.
we're done with the DS.
No, it's time to bring the DS back, brother.
We don't need a bigger one.
It's time to bring the DS back.
Yeah, we do. We need a 3D Switch.
Yeah, 3D. Yeah, but 3D Switch, man. That's 3DS.
It's actually not going to be 3D. It's going to be augmented reality Switch. It's going to be the AR Switch.
Hey, I'm very okay with the second screen Switch. I'm very okay with it. I think it's cool. I will buy that immediately. I'm the chump. I'm the chump that's gonna buy into that.
It'll be the cost of an original Switch.
It probably will. Like legit, it'll probably be like $300.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
I agree with you 1000%. 1000%. Also, a sidebar completely. Speaking of DS, shout out to my wife. She got me a DSi recently, so that's cool. We are planning to mod the heck out of that thing because she has a modded 3DS and she's got a lot of good stuff going on with it. So she's gonna do the same thing because 3DS is fun. There's a lot of good games on there, but DS is my thing, right? Like I look at the DS catalog, bro. There's a lot of games on there that I love. So yeah, shout out to that. I'm excited to get my hands on that DSi here soon. Let's see. This is interesting as well, involving the game key cards. So there are pre-orders going on for, how do you pronounce this game series? Is it Disgaea?
I don't know.
Zach, do you know?
I don't have anything pulled up. I need to know what.
Disgaea.
Oh, I've never been able to say this one. Good luck.
Okay. Disgaea. We're going to call it that. Disgaea 7 and Trails Beyond the Horizon Collector's Editions. Apparently, the game keycards could be having a negative impact on pre-orders because for Trails, the PS4 and PS5 Collector's Edition sold out, and 75% of stock remains for the Switch One. However, for both games, 100% of the stock remains for both the Switch 2 versions of these games, the Collector's Edition. And I think it's because, like, I mean, people don't want game key cards. I really think that's what it is, dude. Because like we keep seeing Amazon sales, the top sales are like non-game key card games. Like I just don't think people want the game key cards. It's one of those things as well, though, that we've talked about before with this whole stupid topic. I just don't think people want to know that it's a game key card. Because at least with the Switch One,
most definitely.
like there are games that are game key cards for sure. Because I've talked about it where I'll be out in public trying to play one game. It's like you need to connect to the internet to make sure you have. I have the physical game. What do you mean? It's that numbering down at the bottom of the cartridge. But Nintendo just didn't advertise it.
Yeah.
But now that they're advertising it, nobody wants it.
No, none of the other companies advertise when their when their games require you to download half of the game. It's like you get home, you put the disc in, and you're like, oh, I guess I gotta download it.
Right.
It's like just stop telling people.
Yeah, no, just don't tell them, and they'll probably be more inclined to purchase it, and don't ruin your game case with the big white banner of game key cards. So damn ugly, I can't stand it. But no, I thought that was a little interesting thing. 100% of the stock remains for both those collectors on the Switch 2. That's funny. That's funny. Those are going to be worthless, man. Also, shout out to this. Okay, the Simply Safe moment was an interesting highlight, bruh. It was a moment during the show. Let me tell you, there was panic happening, especially when she told me there was actual fire that took place. I'm blowing through every ad I got, and thankfully I was able to wrap everything up by the time I finished the last ad. I mean, I blew through every single one of them in that single moment over at ATFS. Let's see. Already hit on that. So got Gamescom this upcoming Tuesday. Opening night live is Tuesday. There are a few confirmed games to be there, like Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Resident Evil 9, Ghost of Yotei, Ninja Gaiden 4, Outer Worlds 2, Silent Hill F, and World of Warcraft Midnight. Fallout Season 2 and an Expedition 33 music performance going to be there. That is one of the few gaming music performances that I'm actually going to be excited for. I'm going to be out. Most of the time, it's like, that's cool. I
Still
never
one of
watch
my
it.
favorite is the Metaphor one with the rapping monk.
Oh, yeah, true. There's also a rumor that a Black Myth DLC is going to be announced. So it's cool. Shout out.
Super Saiyan Wukong come to whoop your ass now.
Yeah, basically.
It'd be interesting to see what they did for DLC for that game.
Yeah.
Because it would also be interesting to see how many people, because that game sold so many copies. It'd be interesting to see how many people come back to play the DLC.
Yep. Which, if they... Honestly, I wonder. I just thought of this too. Yeah, I wonder. It's going to be on Tuesday. That is the 19th, right?
Today's the 16th, so that seems to add up. Yes.
Yeah. So I wonder if it's going to be one of those like Lies of P Overture situations, because literally the next day, Black Myth comes out for Xbox.
Oh, and they just shadow drop.
Yeah,
it?
shadow. So actually, I wonder if this rumor is going to be legit. They show the DLC and say, "Hey, it comes out tomorrow," along with Black Myth on Xbox.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so I forgot all about that. Yeah, Black Myth comes out on the 20th for Xbox. So yeah, that could be something to watch for. Did you watch the 13 minutes of gameplay on Crimson Desert?
No, I didn't. After you told me it was delayed, I just kind of stopped paying attention to it.
Got sad.
I probably will go and watch this because, like I said, I mean, I've been waiting on this game for like 5 years.
Right.
Because it's like this game, it's been like 4 or 5 years, and it was just like we knew the name, We knew they were working on something called Crimson Desert. So I'm ready for it to be out. That'll be, at least I know beginning of next year I got something to look forward to.
Right. Yeah, I need to watch that 13 minutes as well because like this game is interesting to me. Like it does look really cool. I was looking forward to playing it. It's not to the same extent as you, but it definitely caught my eye. Something I was interested in. So I need to watch this as well.
It'd be a game like for you probably worth picking up.
Yeah.
Probably for you alone just for the combat.
Fair.
Because it's Pearl Abyss. Their combat's fantastic.
Pearl Abyss. Waiting for Dokev.
That's right. They are doing Dokev. How many years ago was that thing revealed? Was that 2020?
Same year as Perfect Dark.
So like 2019 or no? It'd be 2020. It'd be 2020.
Yeah, 2020
Oh my
something.
God, it's been a hot minute, brother.
It may have been.
I don't know why that just reminded me of that. I forgot. Or this completely unrelated, but I didn't realize that Gunfire Games was who was making Darksiders 4.
Oh, that'll be entertaining.
Apparently, they've been involved with like all the Darksiders games.
I didn't realize that at all.
I didn't realize that either because I was looking into it the other day because I was like, what? Because I was interested. I was like, because I've been playing Remnant 1. I was like, what's Gunfire up to? And it came up. I was like, well, they're involved with Darksiders.
That's actually interesting. Okay.
Nice. Let's see. Next thing that was on the list was Helldivers 2. New trailer for the upcoming Xbox release teases an ODST crossover at the end. That is interesting.
I saw that news, which is everybody's been saying since Helldivers came out, do a Halo thing.
Yeah.
ODST makes sense once you hear it.
Yes.
Nobody thought it was gonna be. Everybody was thinking like Spartans.
Yeah.
ODST makes way more sense.
Yes,
Yeah,
it does.
It does, yeah.
I would be confused if I started seeing Helldivers parading around in like the Hayabusa helmet.
I mean,
right.
it'd be really cool though.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. No, I also saw a lot of people see, with this little news bit, it's just like, man, the console wars really are over. I'm just like, bruh, you ain't lying there. That has been done. Let's see. With Mafia the Old Country apparently will be getting an actual open world mode update. Because like what you were saying, like, yeah, you can go do it, but it wasn't like, it's like, not really meant to be.
You kind of have to make an effort to go and like find it.
Yeah.
Find the option to be able to roam around.
Right. There's also a rumor and a report that Sony has canceled Fair Games. No surprise at all. I mean, especially after the last news bit that right before like an internal play test of the game, like the head of that studio was like, all right, guys, I am leaving, and ditched the studio. At that point, it was dead.
Yeah.
At that point, it was GG. So, I mean, if they canceled it, they just went ahead and just like, you know what, this is not going to work. Let's just go ahead and cut our losses like we have at everything else this generation so far, which, they did openly admit recently. It's something I talked about in my this generation's weird video, just that they've just like, yeah, the live service stuff has not gone to plan this generation. It's like, oh, really? No shit. But anyway, Sony CFO has also said Bungie is in the process of becoming part of PlayStation Studios.
Oof.
Saying that the independence of it is kind of being let go, and they're kind of getting in the process of merging over it. I'm just like,
we've been expecting that for a couple of years.
we're waiting on that one.
We have, but at the same time, R.I.P. Bungie.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean,
the Bungie we once knew is long gone.
It sucks that, I mean, they haven't been what they were for a long time now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, man, we're losing a big name there.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if we're lucky, they'll be like the development team of Bungie of PlayStation Studios.
Yeah, I mean, they'll have the name Bungie, but it won't be the same.
Yeah, I mean,
won't be the same. It is what it is, Apparently, Contraband's been canceled. No surprise on that one either.
Didn't we report that 2 weeks ago?
No, because it would have just came out. It would have came out before that skipped episode.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it was also why I talked about in the weird generation that it's been. Just cancellations and live service, this and that and this whole thing. The weird bridge from PS4 to PS5 that we're in, and we're already getting a new console soon. And yeah, no.
Just another game with left us with a single trailer.
Yeah, just a single trailer of just a box getting thrown down. Contraband. That's it. Cut your losses. Move on. Power Wash Simulator 2's been announced. Game of the year right here, boys.
I mean, there's no surprise here. I mean,
Game of the year.
I mean,
I'm surprised they went the 2 because they've just released tons of DLC.
True.
well, yeah, but it's one where it's like, I mean, you make the second one, you can add new ways to wash stuff, Zach,
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep.
and then you can sell a whole bunch of new stuff to wash.
Cover a new city in volcanic ash.
Stop.
I mean, that's literally what Power Wash is.
Stop.
Dude, I'm not joking.
I
mean,
know.
that game is gonna be like break records.
Oh, it will.
No, Power Wash is fun. It's very relaxing. It's very therapeutic. It's just one of those after a long day, you just go on and you play some Power Wash sim.
You know, you could just get you your own actual like water hose and just clean the house.
You know, so I did actually take the hose recently. I started cleaning out the breezeway and stuff.
He's shitting on your house look right there.
Yeah, just like you were shitting on my yard when you got here. I am
Dude,
actually gonna buy a
dude.
Power Washer soon to finish cleaning the house.
To be fair,
Diabolical.
you knew it was coming from when I walked in the door. You
No.
were ready for it.
No, listen. I say this all the time to Christina. I was just like, you know, oh, hey, what are you going to do this later this afternoon? It's like, I got to mow the yard because if John comes over, he's going to shit on me. I say that all the time. You don't understand how much I bring your name up with yard-related things. Like, I got to do this, or he's going to come over on Saturday and roast the hell out of me. I don't want to hear it. And that's what I thought about the damn water. It's like, man, I got to go get the yard water. I'm like, he's going to roast the hell out of me for
The
this.
thing is, man, if you drove by my house half the time, oh man, I have no room to talk.
That's great. All right, next up, Capcom will be hosting a 90-minute Capcom Presents at New York Comic Con on October 10th. So get excited for that because also there's some Resident Evil rumors floating around. I didn't dig into this guy further, but it apparently comes from a leaker known as Dust Golem. I guess he's a known leaker and he's gotten stuff right. I didn't dig into his credibility too much, but apparently Resident Evil 9 will indeed include and feature Leon, and this is going to be his send-off game. Obviously, we do have the other protagonists as well. It's going to feature both, but the game will also have open areas and vehicle traversal. Code Veronica and Zero are also both getting remakes in 2027 and 2028. So, again, I didn't check the credibility on this. Just want to shout it out as like, one of those grain of salt things that we do. The GTA trilogy on Nintendo Switch 1 appears to no longer require a download. The recent copies and the recent versions that have come out have now removed that download required down at the bottom of the case. So maybe the entire game seems to be on the cartridge now, which that's always a plus. The rumored next console details, because oh boy, we need this. The new Xbox, codenamed Magnus, is expected to be more powerful than the PS6 and feature an RTX 5080. And the PS6, codenamed Orion, is expected to feature a Radeon RX 9070 XT. And then both are expected 2027. Why? It's so unnecessary, dude. We could literally stretch these current hardware for years.
If you thought they stretched this current generation a long time, there's gonna be no reason to buy these these new consoles even 2 years from now.
True, because still I legit unless I'm dumb, which we already know I am. I can't think of any games this generation that's pushed these two consoles to the limits right now. I don't think there is one. For PS5 and Xbox Series X, specifically the X, I can't think of one.
The only things that have been that have kind of brought it down a little bit is PlayStation exclusives on the PS5. They look great, but the problem is then they come to PC and
true.
And then people see what the game can look like, and the consoles can't match what higher end PCs are able to do.
That's fair. That's fair.
The next generation is looking to be able to capitalize on that to make it closer than ever. But that's the only real complaint is because some podcasts I've listened to, they talk about PS5 games they played, and then they're like, I'm probably going to play it again when it comes out on PC to see what it's actually supposed to look like.
That's fair. That's actually super fair because
that seems to be the main complaint.
Yeah, that's unbelievably fair because I haven't bought it yet, and one day I will because I've played this game at least 5 times so far, and I'd be more than happy to play the 6th. Is I've been meaning to buy the first Spider-Man on PC just because of like how it looks and like the FPS and stuff for it. So yeah, no, that's totally fair.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Is it looks great for what the console can do right now,
That's fair.
but they can't push it the same way that a PC can.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say, like, while 2027 just feels like it feels too early because it feels like we're just now getting. It feels like we're just getting past the last generation, over this last year. I will say Xbox does need to 100% move
I mean,
on.
Xbox
They
needs
need
it.
to.
PlayStation
Yeah.
doesn't really need it.
Yeah, PlayStation doesn't need it, especially with the Pro out there, which is a very useless console unless you are only playing PlayStation. Then yeah, it has its value. But Xbox needs it because they need to get rid of the Xbox Series S. Like they need to be able to move on from that because it's just caused nothing but problems. It's great, like you've said before, great for the consumer, bad for the industry. So it's like they need to move on from the Series generation so they can move on from that decision.
The problem is when Xbox does release their next console, the only way to get away from it is to release the next console and immediately end support for it, which
It'd be hard to do.
it's like that's the only way they're gonna actually
be able to move on.
Like be able to move on from it. But all that's gonna do is generate a shitload of bad press.
Oh yeah. I mean, no matter how they're gonna approach that next console generation, like Xbox is up shit creek without a paddle. Dude.
Pretty much.
Like there's no good way to address it. Whether if it's cut off support for the series immediately start seeing new games go to just that console, and then like the other one come out later, or go down a rabbit hole route of okay, can we release Xbox S versions of games and Xbox X versions? There's no good way to go about it.
No.
There's not. Like they really shot themselves in the foot with the S, dude. What a great idea, but I appreciate you for being consumer friendly, but boy, that was that idea did not work.
The problem is, it's even if they end support and only make new games for the current console, that system doesn't even really exist anymore because of Game Pass.
True.
Because it's like, if it's on Game Pass, they're gonna have the only thing they're gonna be able to do is confuse it even more by they'd have to add additional tiers to Game Pass,
Which they will.
Or like additional confusion in how the games are listed. Because right now they already distinguish between like 360 games, one games, and series games, but most of it is just like Xbox games.
Yeah,
is how they refer to it. So it's like the only thing they could do is whatever they call the next one, have those only available on that newer system,
right?
And like the newer system and PC, which is going to piss people off.
Yeah, no, yeah. There's no good way out of it. Like they've shot themselves in the foot completely. There's no good way to get out of it.
I was about to say the mix of the series plus Game Pass is going to haunt them for all of eternity.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to also say this: like, even though it's going to be bad press and it's going to be a nightmare and pain, I fully expect, like, when we get that new Xbox, like, I think we're going to see one of the fastest turnarounds of a console generation getting canned. Like, in terms of like, hey, we're going to be shutting off online servers and the store. Like, usually it takes, even the Wii U was one of the shortest ones. That was like, what, 3 years into the Switch life, they really started shutting things down, something like that. They moved on pretty damn quickly. I mean, I think it could be in that realm. I really do. Like, I think like 3 years and it's like, yep, get out, go get the new thing or whatever. Like, I think it could be very quick, especially when you look at like kind of similar to the way Nintendo looked at it with the Wii U. It's like, we don't have a high player base on these consoles anyway. You know what I mean? Like, we just don't. I mean, the Series S we do, but like at the end of the day, like these things sold like shit. It's like, it's whatever. All they can do now is just really deliver on the next console and try to bring people over to it.
The only problem is with all the hardware that they're going to put into it to make it as powerful as it is,
$1,000.
It's going to be $8,000-$9,000.
I'd be shocked if it was like under 800. Legit, I'd be really shocked if they hit like a $700 price tag. It's gonna blow past 600. I'll tell you that up front. I'd be shocked if it stayed below 800. Yeah. Which that's just diabolical at that point. At that point, it really is just go ahead and go PC Master Race or something. Just go affirm it or something.
That's the thing is that like when they do move on, there's not really going to be a reason for me to have an Xbox anymore because with their new Play Anywhere mentality, everything's available for the PC. So if I really want to play it, I can just play it on my PC.
Right. I don't know. Either way, 2027, I guess we might start seeing some new consoles for no reason. We do not need them. Don't buy them. Speaking of also moving past previous generation, PUBG is ready to move on. The support for the Xbox One and PS4 is set to end in November. Okay, I mean, needs to happen. We need to move on. We need to move on from the previous gen. It is what it is. Chewy Robo is the next game coming to NSO on 8/21. They are really going to be holding out on that Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, aren't they? Yeah, that is for sure. And then the game that is borderline worse sometimes than Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. We have One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 once again getting another DLC. This thing's crazy, bro. Like, I sent that to Josh immediately. I'm like, are you shitting me? Another one? This thing is just as bad as Xenoverse 2. God bless.
I mean, they're in a new arc in the series.
Yeah, I know. Anything you guys got for the weekly wrap up?
So there was a crossover that I wasn't expecting this week, which is wild. So Zenless Zone Zero has a crossover with Aston Martin. So there is now a Zenless Zone design Aston Martin vehicle.
Nice. Shout out to
Very specifically with the Victoria housekeeping characters.
Oh, okay. Nice. What about you? You got anything? Weekly wrap up? Got anything to shout out? Scream from the rooftops?
Not that I can think of.
All right. You guys ready for Gamesthetic Game of the Week? Get out of here.
Yep. Go for it.
All right. Gamesthetic Game of the Week. In honor of getting a new DSi soon, which I'm very excited, I'm going to the DS catalog. And don't worry, I'm not going to rob you of one of your games like I did Pokemon Conquest. But I am doing a Dragon Ball game, but not your Dragon Ball game. I'm going to hold that one for you. That one's yours when the time's right. But, let's do Dragon Ball Origins, because you know what? It's always nice to get some OG Dragon Ball love up in here, because no one ever goes to OG Dragon Ball. Everyone goes to Dragon Ball Z or something. No, Dragon Ball Origins, there was Origins 1 and 2 on the DS. This is a top-down action adventure in the similar vein of like the Zelda games on the DS, like Phantom Hourglass. The only playable character you have for the game is Goku, controlling him with the stylus down below, and you can utilize like the two screens where it's like where he fires like a Kamea blast, whatever. You can see it like go from bottom screen to top screen to kill enemies or whatever the case is. Going through the couple different combats of just fighting or using your power pole, which the power pole is just fun. I mean, it's classic Dragon Ball, and it's nice to get classic Dragon Ball games. There's also a really good Dragon Ball game on the Game Boy Advance Adventure, I believe it was called. This game, Origins 1, focuses on just the first two arcs, so the Emperor Pilaf arc and the World Tournament arc. So we'll end with the Jackie Chun fight. The game is not like anything over the top. I mean, it's just kind of going through and clearing the levels as quickly as possible while you have like Bulma following with you and stuff, and just try to kind of she kind of helps, but like also want to try to get her out of the danger kind of thing, whatever. So like the gameplay loop is not like anything over the top. It's not like to the same extent of like, let's say, some of the GBA Dragon Ball like Z games, like the Legacy games or anything. But it is still just fun to have that opportunity to go revisit Dragon Ball, because like it's still mind-blowing the amount of people that just won't go back and watch or read Dragon Ball, and they'll just go to Dragon Ball Z or go to Super or whatever and just like leave Dragon Ball to its own wayside, because it's like this quirky little adventure. Dude, like it's just cool to get a chance to go back to Dragon Ball. So Dragon Ball Origins on the DS is a really fun little adventure, go through those first two arcs of where you kind of get to see the early beginnings of of what Dragon Ball was, where it's this quirky little silly adventure. That's what it was. And
Yamcha was useful.
And Yamcha was an actual character. Facts. Tien was useful. Chatsu was useful. The whole gang, man. It was a whole different era. So, I mean, Dragon Ball Origins is a lot of fun. They do have a second game as well. So, that is one game, along with many, that I'm very excited to check out soon with my new DSi. So, Dragon Ball Origins, Gamesthetic Game of the Week. Yeah,
I was going to say, just speaking of Dragon Ball and mentioning Yamcha, if you play Attack of the Sand, you got a whole new level of respect for Yamcha.
That's facts.
He might be the best character in the game.
I want you to know, I looked at Attack of the Sand and was like, do I want to piss John off today? I'm like, nah, I'll do Dragon Ball Origins. I was like, I already made you mad with Conquest. When I shout out Conquest, you literally chimed in. You're like, you son of a bitch, you stole that from me.
Did you ever play Attack of the Sands?
Yeah. No, that's one I'll also get added to. No, Attack on Saiyans is good, man. Yamcha's a goat. So I'm gonna save that one for you. That's for you to shout out one day. But yeah, Dragon Ball Origins for today's Gamesthetic Game of the Week. All right, boys. Let's hit the music. Let's get out of here.
Like, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever your platform allows. It does help. Yeah, this was sort of just an everywhere episode. So whatever hot take you got about anything we got.
Yeah, do everything he said more. And if you like what you saw here today, we do these live streams every Saturday about 6 p.m. Central Time. So come check us out then.
And make sure to also check out some Rogue Energy as well as Sparky3shop.com. And if you want to support us further, the Patreon is a great way to do so. But don't feel obligated to subscribe to the channel. It does help a lot. Once again, thank you so much for allowing us to get past that 500 subscriber mark. You guys are absolute legends. And excited to see the rest of the journey as we go for the next goal of 1,000 and the next goal of trying to get to the YouTube Partner Program. It's very exciting over here. We've got a lot of cool things going on. And again, just thank you sincerely. But also join the Discord. You can come chat with us. And we should be back next week. No unexpected break this time, hopefully. Have a good one. Bye.